Welcome to English with Steve.
Hello, English learners. Welcome to English with Steve, where we help you speak English simply and naturally for your daily conversation. My name is Steve, and it's a pleasure to have you here today.
Now, today is extra special because we're diving into one of the most relatable questions in English. Yes, we're talking about your hobbies. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to answer this question with confidence. But before we jump in, if you're new here, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It helps us reach more learners just like you. All right, let's begin. Today's topic is hobbies. Hobbies are one of the most common topics in English. Think about it. When you meet someone new, the very first question is often, "What do you like to do?" Don't worry if it feels a little difficult right now, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to say. And here's something I want you to hear. English is simple. Really, it is. You only need a few phrases to talk about your hobbies. Phrases like I like, I enjoy, I usually, and it makes me feel. That's all. Those phrases are enough, so keep watching. Your first three phrases, and these are important. I like football. I enjoy watching movies. I love cooking. Native speakers use these every single day. For example, you can say, I like reading, or I enjoy cooking. Simple, right? Write them down and remember them. Have you ever tried to describe your hobby in English? Did it feel hard? Don't worry, because you can always start very simple. Just say the activity. I like reading. I enjoy cooking. Short and clear is absolutely perfect at A1 and A2 level. You're doing great already. Was there ever a time where you tried speaking about your hobby in English? Did it feel a little scary? Don't worry, because that's exactly what we're practicing today. Step by step, story by story. Stay with me, and let's follow Alex. Let me tell you a small story about Alex, and I think you'll like this one. When he was younger, every single afternoon, he heard the same sounds outside his window: shouting, laughing, kids playing football in the street. Every day, the same sounds. Every day, Alex watched from his window. He wanted to join them, but he felt nervous. He thought, what if I'm not good enough? Have you ever felt that way about something new? Most people have, and that's completely okay. And here's a very honest and natural English phrase. I wanted to try, but I was nervous. Real people say this every single day. For example, I wanted to try dancing, but I was nervous. I wanted to try cooking, but I was nervous. You can always use this when you talk about trying something new. One afternoon, Alex made a decision. It was small, but it was important. He walked to the door, opened it, and stepped outside. Just one step. That one step changed everything because he walked over and joined the other kids. Was he good? Absolutely not. He missed the ball, he fell down, and looked a little silly. But the other kids didn't laugh at him meanly. They all laughed together. Alex laughed too. That moment, right there, is when he fell in love with football. The first time I tried football, I felt nervous. The first time I tried cooking, I felt confused. Fill in the blank with your hobby and your feeling. For example, the first time I tried swimming, I felt scared. Try it right now in your head. Go on, you can do it. Now Alex is older. Every Saturday afternoon, he goes to the pitch near his house. He plays with his friends, they joke, they compete, and they always have a great time. Same pitch, same friends, same great feeling every single week. Alex likes football for two simple reasons. It's fun and it keeps him healthy. Don't worry about big or complicated words because simple reasons are perfectly natural in English. For example, fun, healthy, social. 3 words, and that's enough. I like football because it's fun. I like cooking because it's relaxing. I like reading because it's interesting. Add because and then your reason. That's it. For example, I like painting because it's creative. That one small word makes your English sound so much more natural. Try it. Have you ever played a sport or done something you truly love? When did you start? How did it feel the very first time? You can say, I started playing when I was young, or I started when a friend invited me. Both are perfect English. Here's another very useful phrase. I usually play football on Saturdays at the park near my house. I usually read at night. I usually cook on Sunday mornings. The word usually tells people your routine, and it sounds very natural. For example, I usually watch movies on Friday nights. Use it and make it yours. So that's hobby number 1, football. A small childhood memory, one nervous moment at a door, and now one of the best parts of Alex's week. The lesson? One small step, one small decision, and everything can change. Don't be afraid to try. Quick one before we continue. If you're enjoying this lesson, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It only takes a second, and it really helps our channel grow. Now let's talk about hobby number 2, and I think a lot of you will relate to this one. Have you ever had one of those long, heavy days where you just want to disappear? You feel tired, a little empty? Alex knows that feeling very well, and so do most of us. Some evenings, Alex comes home and he doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want to go out or think about anything. He just wants to be still, quiet, and at home. That's completely normal. In fact, Alex has the perfect solution for exactly this feeling. After a long day, I like to watch a movie. After a long day, I like to cook something simple. After a long day, I like to read. For example, after a long day, I like to listen to music. Connect your hobby and your feeling. That's natural English. So Alex makes a small snack. Nothing complicated. Maybe some popcorn or some crackers. Something small and easy. Then he goes to his room. I think you can picture this because I think we've all been there. It feels very familiar, doesn't it? He lies down, presses play, and for the next hour or 2, all his stress slowly disappears. The story on the screen takes him somewhere completely different, somewhere better. That right there is the true power of a good movie or series. 2 more golden phrases. It helps me relax. It helps me escape. It helps me feel better. For example, reading helps me relax. Exercise helps me feel better. Use it helps me and then add your reason. Simple English, but big meaning. Write these down. Have you ever watched something that made you feel so many different emotions at once? Surprised, then happy, then maybe a little sad, all in 1 hour? Alex loves that feeling. Movies are more than entertainment for him. They make him feel things. And feeling things, that's what makes us human. Here's how you go 1 level deeper. My favorite type of movie is action. My favorite type is comedy. My favorite type is drama. For example, my favorite type of series is crime. Don't just say, I like movies and stop there. Say what kind, because that one detail makes your English so much more interesting. After the movie ends, Alex always feels better. A little lighter, a little calmer, a little more ready for tomorrow. That's what a good hobby does. It doesn't just pass the time, it restores you. Restored means feeling good and refreshed, and you deserve that feeling too. I watch movies to relax. I play football to stay healthy. I cook to feel creative. For example, I read to learn new things. Use to and then a verb after your hobby. It explains your reason. Why do you do your hobby? That answer, in simple English, makes a great conversation. Have you ever used a movie or series to practice your English? Because that's actually a brilliant idea. Watch in English with subtitles. It's one of the most enjoyable and most effective ways to improve. Don't worry, even subtitles help a lot. Hobby number 2. Watching movies and series. A way to rest, a way to feel, a way to escape from a long day. Don't worry if your hobby sounds simple or ordinary, because simple hobbies are real hobbies, and real hobbies always make the best English stories. Now, hobby number 3, and this one is special. A few years ago, Alex was sitting at his desk watching someone online. That person was speaking English confidently, sharing their life and their stories, and Alex had one thought. Have you ever had this exact thought? Why not me? So Alex decided, why not me? He set up a small camera, wrote some notes, and pressed record. Was he confident? No, not at all. He was nervous and shy, he made mistakes, and he watched himself back and thought, oh no, do I really sound like that? At first, I felt nervous, but now I love it. At first, I felt confused, but now I understand. For example, at first, I felt shy about speaking English, but now I feel more confident. This phrase shows your progress, your growth. Everyone starts at the beginning, and that includes you. But slowly, week by week, Alex got better. His voice got calmer, his words came more easily, and he started to enjoy it more and more. Now, making videos is one of his absolute favorite things, and that happened because he didn't give up. He just kept going. Making videos makes Alex feel 2 things, happy and creative. Don't worry about complicated vocabulary because happy and creative are perfect words. Simple feelings are the most honest feelings. For example, I feel happy when I play music. Honest English is always the best English. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel creative. It makes me feel free. These phrases work with any hobby. For example, football makes me feel alive. Reading makes me feel calm. Cooking makes me feel creative. Use this pattern because it's natural and it's powerful. Is there a hobby in your life that changed you a little? That made you feel more like yourself? More confident? More alive? You can say, I started my hobby when I was young. Or, at first I felt nervous, but now I love it. Have you ever thought about your hobby that way? Because you should. I started my hobby when I was a child. I started when a friend showed me. I started when I was bored one afternoon. For example, I started learning English when I was in school. Use I started when to begin your story because this phrase opens up a whole conversation and people love to hear it. Think about your own hobby for a moment. When did you start? Was there one specific moment, one afternoon, one friend, one decision that started everything? For example, Alex had one afternoon and one open door. Those small moments, they are your story, and your story is already inside you. One more very useful phrase, I often do it when I have free time. I often do it on weekends. I often do it when I feel stressed. For example, I often read on Sunday mornings when I have free time. Often means most of the time, but not always, and it sounds very natural. It lets me express myself. It lets me be creative. It lets me connect with people. For example, reading lets me explore new worlds. Cooking lets me take care of people I love. Use "it lets me" and then add your idea, because it sounds confident and natural, even at A1 and A2 level. That's something to be proud of. Now I want to hear from you, and I really mean that. Go to the comments and write a short story about one hobby. Just a few sentences. Simple English is perfectly fine, because simple English is the goal. Don't worry about mistakes, because mistakes are how you grow, and you're already growing. Alex's hobbies aren't just things he does, they're things that make him, him. Football taught him to be brave. Movies taught him to feel deeply. Making videos taught him to share himself with the world. Every hobby teaches you something, and yours does too. My hobby taught me to be patient. My hobby taught me to be creative. My hobby taught me to never give up. For example, playing football taught me to work as a team. Learning English taught me to be brave. Have you ever thought about what your hobby has taught you? That answer in simple English is a beautiful thing to share. Have you ever noticed something? The things you love most are also the easiest things to talk about. When you talk about a hobby you truly love, the words come more naturally and the feelings come through. That's why we say, talk about what you love, because in any language, the words will follow. That's Alex's story today. Football, movies, and making videos. 3 hobbies, 3 memories, and 3 reasons to keep going every single day. Now it's your turn. What's your story? What's your hobby? And when did it all begin for you?
And remember, English is simple. Your story is interesting, and you can always start with just one sentence, and that one sentence is already a big step. I'm proud of you for watching until the end, and I'll see you next time. Keep going. Take care.